Good morning, folks. I'm really delighted to say we're going on another prehistoric road trip. In fact, we're here, and this time I've brought you to the northwest coastline of Wales. Just over in the distance you can see Llandudno, where the Great Orme copper mine is, but that's not what I've come to. I've come to one of Wales' most important sites in terms of Neolithic axes. And just behind me, what we have something called the Graig Lwyd axe factory floor. I haven't got there yet, and what I'm going to be looking for when I get there is something known as Group VII Greenstone. And if we're lucky enough to find the old axe factory floor or the mine where they got it from, then we can retrieve a piece of stone, have a go at making an axe. And on this occasion, I brought my good friend Josh along. He came to the Langdales with me, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Because what he wanted to do is he wanted to polish one of the Greenstone Langdale axes. How are you getting on with it?
Getting there, slowly but surely.
Well, he's doubling up because he hasn't even finished that one, and we're hoping that we're going to come away from here with a Graig Lwyd axe, and he's going to have to polish that as well.
Glutton for punishment.
How you doing?
Too top heavy, Will.
Well, it's definitely been a windswept, blowy, gusty experience, and we've had a really good explore around, and we've come across to the back of what's known as the Quarry. And what we're starting to see is a different type of material. There's a lot of slaty style material about, but down here, look, what you'll see is a rock. And I believe that this is the material that we've been looking for. Wouldn't you say, Josh?
I reckon, yeah. It's got to be.
Hold on to that then. And let's take a meander up and over this ridge. We can go sit down there and try and make an axe.
That's a good idea.
Well, this is quite an interesting moment. I've never knapped this material before. So I've brought a hammerstone along. Got an interesting sound. And a soft hammer. So we'll have a go. Well, it breaks, and I know that hey, and we have a conchoidal fracture and a knife. I know that the people who made these axes, they chipped what we know as a rough out, as you do with flint or any of the other types of greenstone. And then it has to go on to get polished. But that's working all right. Find out what it likes, how it gets on with the soft hammer. Well, that took a bit of a beating, didn't it? But you know what? The Langdale Greenstone, that also They call it tough, and it is tough. What's quite exciting is sitting here. I know this has been quarried recently, but we're on a piece of land that they were napping on 4,500 years ago, and it's this very sound that's echoing through the mountain once again. It's like we're waking up the past. It's one of the elements I wanted to add into the prehistoric road trip, was to be able to bring you to places, not only show you the drama of the landscape, but wake up something that the landscape hasn't heard or seen for a long time, and bring it to film for you. Hopefully that's what you're experiencing right now. You nap it the same way you'd hit flint or obsidian, but you just hit it harder. And on this occasion, if you've done anything wrong, it's not going to let you get away with it. You've got to get it right. I'm just trying to get through this bit, and that would actually serve as a fairly presentable edge to the axe. We're getting there. I think we might be coming home with an axe. Hooray! From Graig Lwyd. I keep saying it with a Craig, but it's a G, a Graig Lwyd. And I'm really delighted as well, because with this being the first time ever coming here, I honestly didn't know if we were going to find the material to nap. I had no idea. And looking on the way to this point, we saw what kind of looked like some Neolithic scree slope floors, but on closer inspection they were just slate deposits. But now we've got to this point, this material is literally strewn in thousands of tons. Thousands of tons. God. It's actually quite pleasing. I know it looks tough, but it's actually quite a pleasing material to work with. It's allowing me to flake in both directions, both sides. Quite often with Langdale, I found that it can be kind of one directional. And I believe that that might be why they threw a lot of them away, because not all of it was the same. Some of it mapped nicely in two directions. Gosh, got such a sound coming off the mountains. So it's late November. Me and Josh decided we were coming here about 6 weeks ago, and we've been looking forward to it, knowing full well that the weather could be quite grueling, and actually we've done all right. We've had wind and a little bit of rain, but it's not too cold, and we certainly haven't had a soak-in yet. Yeah. Oi. Fairly easy edge to trim down here. Just draw that back a bit. I think you can probably see through the camera that this material is perfectly happy to be flaked. I can see exactly why they were using this. And what we have to remember is that this place was the largest site in Wales during the Neolithic period for making axes. It was hugely important. So you may have heard me say numerous times that today I'm knapping the Graig Lwyd. Actually what I'm knapping is something known as Group VII Greenstone. So that raises a further question, doesn't it? Where's Group 1? Where's Group 2? 3, 4 and 5? We know where Group 6 is. And how far does it go? How many groups of greenstone are there that were valued on the British Isles for knapping and grinding axes from in the Neolithic? Well, a friend of mine did a study and he found that there was over 30 possible resources of greenstone. Number one I know is in Cornwall, but they don't actually know where. And also Group 2 down in Cornwall. And I think that sometime in the near future it'd probably be nice to go down and try and find Group 2 and nap that also. And we can start comparing some of the properties of this material and even putting it up against its real job of chopping down a tree. You're coming, aren't you, Josh? We've just got to start getting you busy on that grindstone, mate. And all online camera bollocking for not finishing your act yet. I did hope that I was going to be bringing 3 fellas along with me. John Adkin, Scott Knight and Josh, because they've all come on journeys with me to these kind of places, and they've been grinding the stones, and apart from the knapping, the grinding was a hugely important part, because as this is, which it is just about finished now, I think that is kind of ready for the man who's got to rub it smooth.
Bet you can get an axe out of that.
No, I don't. So then, Josh, after a successful adventure, are you going to be just as successful with your fishing rod?
No, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a way to finish a trip.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
So, cheers guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, and keep the word going out on these primitive adventures. Cheers for now, till next time.
Oh. Hello, little fishy!
Isn't he beautiful?
Oh, isn't he just?
Right, forward.
Yay! Nice one.